Hi, this is Mrs. Anderson. In this quick video, I'm going to show you how to subtract rational expressions. I'm going to keep it pretty basic. You should recall the rule that you learned when you were in elementary school, and then it got reinforced again and again and again over your math career, that when you subtract fractions, you need a common denominator. And if your fractions don't have one, you have to rewrite them with one. You have to come up with equivalent fractions. In this video, I will give you common denominators because that's what you'll see on the capstone test. And so that's nice. You won't have to make them. So recall the rule is that as long as the denominators are the same, you'll simply work across the top. 3 minus 1 is 2. And then the common denominator stays. And so that's your answer. 3/5 minus 1/5 is 2/5. Let's follow that rule and do the first rational expression. So I am going to notice that I have common denominator of x plus 4, and so it's going to stay x plus 4. And my job is to work across the top. I have 7x plus 6 minus, and I'm going to put a set of parentheses around the expression that I'm subtracting, that polynomial expression, 2x plus 5. To remind me that when I subtract that 2x plus 5, I really have to subtract every term, not just the first one. And so what happens, it's kind of like distributing a -1. This is going to become minus 2x and minus 5. You'll notice that the signs changed on both of those terms. Now, 7x plus 6, I'm just going to bring down, and now I'm going to look for like terms. So 7x and minus 2x are like terms. Keep in mind if you don't see a sign like the 7 it's a positive. And so positive 7, take away 2x, that is a 5x. And then my other terms, the ones that don't have x's, I have positive 6, take away 5, and so that is a 1. And this is my numerator, 5x plus 1, and that's my answer. Done. Not too bad, right? Some students ask, well, could I cancel those x's and just get rid of them? And the answer is no. In order to cancel any more, simplify any more, the entire top is going to, factors have to match factors in the bottom. And we don't have that on this, and you won't have that on the capstone. Okay, if you think you're ready, hit pause and try this one without me. Otherwise, here we go. My common denominator is x plus 3. And so I'm going to keep it x plus 3. I'm going to work across the top. And so this is x minus 10 minus, and I'm going to throw parentheses around, 6x plus 4. Again, just to remind myself that I have to subtract all the terms, not just the first one. And so they become minus 6x and minus 4. Okay, let's look for like terms. I've got a positive 1x and a minus 6x. Again, if there's no number in front, it's a 1. And if there's no sign in front, it's positive. So positive 1 take away 6 leaves me with negative 5 x's. And then my other terms, the ones that don't have x's, these guys are alike. These are guys. So negative 10 minus 4 is a minus 14. And that is in my answer. And we're done. Okay, I'm going to walk you through one more. If you didn't hit pause on that one, hit pause on this one. Just try it. See what you can do. I've got some more practice for you in the module, so here we go. My common denominator is x plus 3, and I'm going to keep it x plus 3, and I'm just going to work across the top. And so this is negative 2x minus 6 minus x plus 5. This becomes a minus x and a minus 5. And then I'll just bring down my other two terms and start looking for like terms. There are my x's. So negative 2x minus x, if you need to, grab a calculator. It's okay to use it. We should get a minus 3x. And then negative 6 minus 5 is a minus 11, a negative 11. And that is our answer. That's the numerator. And we're done. Ta-da! And that's kind of just what you need to know about subtracting rational expressions to get you through the capstone. Good luck!